Lord, give us the strength. Just give us the strength, the family, everybody, give us some strength.
Rapper Takeoff's funeral was held in Atlanta on November 11th, 2022. While a press release before the rapper's funeral insisted on a strict no photo and no video policy inside the venue, several videos, including that of Drake and Offset's emotional speeches, later appeared on social media. Sadly, thanks to those leaks, fans who didn't get the chance to send off one of their favorite rappers can now get a feel of how Takeoff was loved and sent off on the day of his funeral. Offset speaks at Takeoff's funeral. Takeoff's cousin, rapper Offset, gave one of the most heartbreaking eulogies at Takeoff's funeral. Offset revealed one of the biggest truths behind the Migos' success while giving his emotional speech. Offset got choked up in tears as he delivered his emotional speech, where he reportedly apologized to Takeoff for falling out with the group, and he promised him that in his memory, he would now focus on brotherhood and family. In his tribute, Offset also gave Takeoff his flowers as he credited him for Migos' flow that would change the coast of music forever. You did that, Take. You changed that flow. That flow came from Take, the originator, he said while fighting back the tears. Offset was heard saying during his emotional speech, met with cheers from the crowd, "Lord, give us the strength. Just give us some strength. I don't want to question you, God, but I just don't get it. I don't get you sometimes, and I believe in you, Father," he added as he held back tears.
Change the culture of music forever. You did that, Take. You changed that flow. That flow came from Take, the originator. The originator of that flow. It changed the music business. Lord, give us the strength. Just give us the strength, the family, everybody, give us some strength. I don't want to question you, God, but I don't get it. I don't get you sometimes. And I believe in you, Father.
Quavo speaks at Takeoff's funeral. Rapper Quavo was one of the closest people to Takeoff. Even in Takeoff's last moments on Earth, he was at his side holding his hands. So the world was itching to know how Quavo was holding up following the tragedy and what he had to say about his nephew, Takeoff. Video of Quavo's eulogy circulated on social media, where he recalled that since childhood, Takeoff had been by my side, looking up at me with them eyes. Same eyes you got as my sister. Waiting on me to make the next move. Then you followed up right behind me. You always made sure I did it first so you could do it right with me. Quavo, who was just 3 years older than Takeoff, said at the funeral, "You never competed with me? We was always on the same team because you hated playing against me because I always played too hard or too rough. And I could hear mama saying, not too rough, son, because I ain't like to lose." He also remembered that his and Takeoff's first dream was not to become rappers, but to become tag team partners in the WWE.
You always with me, and we did everything together. Since we was kids, you been by my side, looking up at me with them eyes, same eyes you got as my sister. Waiting on me to make the next move, then you followed up right behind me. You always made sure I did it first, so you can do it right with me. You never competed with me. We was always on the same team because you hated playing against me because I always played too hard or too rough. And I can hear mama saying, not too rough, son, because I ain't like to lose. Remember our first dream was to be tag team partners in the WWE. We fell in love with WWE wrestling. We had every...
In the last interview Takeoff had before he passed away, he revealed to Nori of Drink Champs that they had always loved wrestling since they were kids, and even had a tag team name of their own.
You ever do some wrestling shit though?
We used to always, like, back in the day, like,
tag team?
Yeah, like after, in there right now doing it, right?
Pictures, like the OG
what was
pictures
your
y'all
tag
see?
team name as wrestlers?
Nah, like really.
What would your tag team name right now be as wrestlers?
Cause real fight is like he might be The Rock, I might be Stone Cold, or he might be The Rock, I'll be Undertaker. And that's one of my favorite wrestlers. You know what I'm saying?
We used to go Dudley Brothers, Hardy.
I'm Hulk Hogan.
Hardy
Boys.
During the interview, Takeoff spoke about how he and Quavo would always wrestle and how he would always force Quavo to let him make his finishing move.
When we be doing the moves, like It used to be funny because like he might want to crank the rock bottom on me and I'd be like, nah, it ain't time for, you know what I'm saying, your finisher right now, you know what I mean? I gotta do mine, you know what I mean? I might hit him with the, you know what I mean, just when he pinning me, now I'm kicking out. He like, bro, I just hit the rock bottom on you, you down, you feel me? I'm like, nah, I'm still kicking out at 2, you hear me? Right before 3. So she used to be funny though, like we used to do that for sure.
Yeah, we used to play around, man.
So would y'all do it? For real though?
Quavo later shared his tribute as he broke his silence on social media. He took to social media where he shared the full length of his emotional speech at Takeoff's funeral alongside his childhood photos of himself and Takeoff. Speaking about Takeoff, Quavo said, "This whole time I've been trying to figure out what you really are to me because nephew wasn't it. We hated that word nephew, but when they said Uncle Few, we knew we were way closer than that and it made me feel old."
Nah,
So is the official name of the group and Neff?
Nah.
It's Quavo and Tate.
Quavo and Tate.
And it's still Migos. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the question.
That name right there, put us.
I'm scared to ask.
Took us through the roof. You can't.
Yeah, I'm forever.
You can't sell it or.
Quavo added, "I knew you weren't my brother cause you are my sister's son, so I couldn't say brother. Now I finally get it. You're our angel." Fans and supporters of the Migos were greatly moved by the lines in Quavo's speech where he wrote, "I love you with all my heart. I never leave you. I guess God just ain't heed my help. So can you ask him for me what I gotta do to be with you again?" He ended his tribute to Takeoff saying, "Whatever we have to do, God, to be at the place of paradise, send us the tools now, cause we wanna be with you. I love you, nephew." Takeoff's family mourns. Although everyone has heard of Takeoff's mom and Quavo's sister, she's never really been in the public eye until the day she had to send off her son, who passed away tragically. Titania Davenport Treat said of her son, "Even as a baby, he had a unique voice. I could tell his cry from any other child," she said, adding that God must have given him that voice because he always knew what he wanted to be. "He was quiet but always paid attention," she said, "and he never bothered anyone," she continued. "He was the funniest guy in the room, and no matter how famous he got, he never stopped putting family first and making sure their needs were met. He hugged so tight, you could feel the love transferring through him," his mother said. Rapper Cardi B, who became a part of Takeoff's family by marriage as she married Offset, also shared her tribute to the rapper on her Instagram page after the funeral. The rapper shared Takeoff's pictures alongside his verse on different tracks. In the post's caption, she wrote that Takeoff's untimely passing has brought a great deal of pain and sorrow to many lives. In the caption, she shared how Takeoff's passing was a nightmare and a tragedy that had affected his brothers, Offset and Quavo, and his family as the tragic incident has made them feel empty. She added that Takeoff looks after his mom from heaven as she wrote, "I believe that angels send signs and beautiful dreams to loved ones to assure them that they're watching them and they're okay and happy. Send your mom some of those." She concluded her tribute by saying, "I am heartbroken, but I am grateful for all the precious memories we got to share while you were here with us." Cardi shared a screenshot of her chat with Takeoff where he said to her, "Love you too for life and after. Thank you, sis. Appreciate it for real." Cardi wrote at the end of her tribute, "Rest in power, Takeoff. I will always love you for life and after." Robbers mourn Takeoff. There were several celebrities present at the funeral, and some of them spoke about Takeoff. Canadian rapper Drake also spoke of one of his favorite memories of Takeoff in his eulogy as he compared their brotherhood to the famed Rat Pack, and said he loved when Takeoff would remove his sunglasses and squint his eyes, even though his eyes were wide open.
Forever balanced. Whenever he would take his shades off, he had this thing about him that I loved. No matter what was going on around us, he was like always kind of squinting, but like his eyes were wide open.
While giving his tribute to Takeoff, he quoted some very powerful poems. He quoted from Joyce Grenfell, "If I should go before the rest of you, break not a flower, nor inscribe a stone, nor when I'm gone, speak in a Sunday voice, but be the usual selves that I have known." He paraphrased Maya Angelou's "When Great Trees Fall," a poem on how it's understandable to be sad when great trees are felled or when great souls pass, but it's wise to remember they existed, it can be and be better, for they existed. Drake also recited his own poem, "We Should Do That More," remembering how he got to know Migos on their 54-city tour in 2018. He teared up recalling the Swiss wristwatch in Audemars Piguet that Takeoff gave him as a gift. "I miss performing with my brothers," he said. "We should do that more." Rapper Meek Mill took to Twitter to apologize for missing the service, while offering his condolences to Takeoff's family. "R.I.P. Takeoff. I barely believe in this we living in. Prayers to your mother, family, and the whole QC. You changed the rules for sure, my boy. And I apologize for missing your funeral. I'ma forever rep up, y'all boys? Lil' Kim took to her Instagram to share videos and pictures of Takeoff. She wrote about how much she loved the Migos and how they're her favorite group of all time. While speaking about Takeoff, Lil' Kim said he always made her smile whenever she saw him, and not because he was smiling back. He always had a blunt in his mouth and vibed out in his own zone and out the way. He ain't give a who you was. He gave the same energy. She also shared that one of her best memories with Takeoff was when he FaceTimed her on her birthday to wish her happy birthday. She said, "That moment will forever be priceless to me. It was the cutest, sweetest, funniest moment." She ended her tribute by saying, "I hope God lets you smoke up there." Takeoff's funeral. The State Farm Arena, home of the Atlanta Hawks, hosted the memorial service to celebrate Takeoff's life and music on November 11th, 2022. A massive sign outside the arena was lit up with the rapper's image, glaring for the city of Atlanta to see. A program for the funeral showed an order of events that included various musical performances, prayers, montages, and poems. Around 20,000 family, friends, and fans gathered to honor the life and legacy of Takeoff during his celebration of life at Atlanta State Farm Arena on Friday. The service started shortly after noon and lasted several hours, featuring emotional tributes from Quavo, Offset, and Drake, plus performances from Justin Bieber, Chloe Bailey, and Yolanda Adams. Justin Bieber performed an acoustic rendition of Ghost. Justin's song of choice included the lines, "I miss you more than life." The lyrics of the song read, "Since the love that you left is all that I get, I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. I'll miss you more than life, and if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy." While Chloe Bailey covered Beyonce's Heaven. It was previously reported that Alicia Keys would perform, but she did not take the stage. Although they do not have any songs together, in the last interview Takeoff had with Drink Champs before he passed away, he revealed that he and Quavo wanted to do a track with Alicia Keys and that they were working towards it. They added that they had a song titled Alicia Keys, but it was in their vault and they would release it sometime in the future.
We wanted Alicia Keys on the album.
Matter of fact, we got a song called Alicia Keys.
Called Alicia Keys.
So,
Yeah.
oh, that's some new info right there for y'all, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was one of the songs, actually, when you doing the rep drop, we was going through the project, and that was actually on the board, but like final, final.
We had to take it off because no Alicia Keys.
Yeah,
we gotta get Alicia.
Well, maybe we can make it happen here.
Wait, we gotta get Alicia on this.
Kevin Coach K and Pierre P. Thomas, the hip-hop moguls whose label launched Migos, also gave speeches, as did Takeoff's siblings. Other attendees included Cardi B, City Girls, Lil Yachty, Tiana Taylor, YG, Gucci Mane, and Mustard. Takeoff also received a posthumous honor from his hometown as the mayor of Atlanta. Andre Dickens awarded him the Phoenix Award, the city's highest honor. Takeoff's funeral was open to the general public. According to reports, the tickets were sold out. The venue was filled with fans and supporters, with some people standing outside the venue just to get a glimpse of the funeral service, while many fans opted to give out flowers or gifts. Takeoff's family asked that donations be made to the Rocket Foundation, which supports programs that are saving lives through community-based solutions.